Hey everybody, Bruce Tague with the Ohio Natural Energy Institute down here in lovely Cambridge, Ohio in Guernsey County with Commissioners Wilson, Commissioner Marlin. CSU and Jobs Ohio just recently came out with a new study that showed the industry has invested over $103 billion. That's 5 times more the investment that Intel's made. And was just hoping maybe you guys could shed some light on what's that done for Guernsey County in the past, what it's currently doing, and what you guys think that might mean for the future here.
Well, I think it keeps the future bright in Guernsey County. What we've found is with our contact, at least within our office with representatives from the oil and gas industry, we just feed off of a lot of optimism, just strictly the entire county. You're looking at over $1 million in our first half tax collections in calendar year 24, which would be for last year 23. Out of that, just under 400,000 goes into the county general fund, and the rest of it is what's going to children's services, to our senior center, to our Meals on Wheels program, and so on. And yes, the residents are paying that tax too, but it takes some of that burden off of the residents to a great extent, and keeps those organizations, those agencies, those services solvent.
We've done a lot of things with oil and gas money, and I just want people to understand that this is something that we can benefit from, the fossil fuels that we have in the ground. I just feel that everybody needs to understand what we can do with that, and that's not coming out of their wallets. That's something that we're going to be given to us, and you're talking about $1 billion. That's a lot of money to get jumpstart some community that's really kind of hurting, and we really do appreciate what the oil and gas industry has done for Guernsey County.
And Commissioner, you had worked in the industry in the past, right? Do you see any similarities from when you were in the industry today? Is it different? Is it the same? Is it better today than it was 10, 20 years ago?
Well, I was in the distribution side. I worked for Columbia Gas for 40 years. And I just want everybody to know it was Columbia Gas of Ohio for a reason. Ohio has the biggest storage tanks up up by the Lake Erie and stuff. That's where all of our gas comes from. And that's a lot of methane that we put mercaptan in to give. It's an odorless gas, what we sell, but people need to realize the byproducts and the stuff that we get off of gas and oil. Wet gas, you get your diesel fuels. You get a lot of stuff out of that. The community has grown, and we've got utilities that people can actually utilize. Gas heat is warm heat. I always say that's our motto. I'm a big gas component. We make electric with gas. It was either coal or gas. A lot of the industry down on the river no longer, when the EPA came in and said, hey, we need to clean up these gas-fired, the coal-fired generator. Now we're using gas to clean. It's a lot cleaner fuel. And I think the gas industry has changed. Now I've retired 5 years ago, but it's changed a lot. I mean, they've been able to define, and the production that they get, it's a lot different than what it was when I was there.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about the benefits to not only folks in Guernsey County, and what I'm referring to is the Muskingum watershed. That is one of the first public-private partnerships, and there's been some talk here recently with new public land leasing being put into place. But can you explain to the folks, what a boom that has been for the watershed district?
It's been a tremendous boom. The Encino Energy has a tremendous partnership with the Muskingum watershed, and they have worked cooperatively and done some marvelous things. The primary drilling activity has been underneath the Tappan Lake area, and it's been done in a very responsible manner. Commissioner Marlin and I have been to at least 3 different meetings at the relatively brand new Tappan Lake Marina. A great meeting place, great dining place, and a great place to drive. And I've driven there because of state detours, probably no less than 3 different ways. And each of those trips going in, I saw no sign of oil and gas exploration. So clearly it's being done in a responsible manner. It hasn't had any negative effect on the appearance of Tappan. And it has had a very positive effect on the appearance of Seneca Lake here at home. Because Seneca Lake, with what they have now with the new camping areas, improvements to the beach area, with what has been done, with the money that is invested in that at no additional expense to the taxpayer within the watershed, has just been terrific.
I think one of the things that you mentioned that's important is you said it's under.
Right.
And a lot of the folks that are opposed to the industry say you're drilling on state land. The technology that they have today, they could be 2 miles away, and they're drilling laterally under the state parks. And so I think
the precision that they have.
One of the other things, as you know, we here at the Institute, we educate Ohioans on the oil and gas industry, why it's here, how we get it out of the ground and power homes and AC, as you mentioned, and heat and all that. Is we also try to get young Ohioans interested in the oil and gas industry for careers. Have you seen over the years a lot of local people getting jobs with the industry folks that are operating here here in Guernsey County or Noble County? I mean, I imagine you talk to other commissioners, right?
Well, sure.
Yeah.
And I know Commissioner Marlin has been particularly active in terms of getting into the schools on career day opportunities.
Yeah.
And Jack, you've talked up the industry in a big way.
Yeah, I see when Zane State was down here off 209, they were offering a welding program. And I knew some guys that graduated with my daughters at Cambridge High School, and they went down and took a welding program, and they were probably making $4,000 or $5,000 a week. They were coming right out of that class, but that dried up and went to Belmont County down to OUE. But yeah, there was opportunities, and the thing was, what I liked about that is the education. You know, a lot of people think they got to go to a 4-year or 2-year degree. These guys would train you on the spot. And that's the job that I had when I got out of high school. 6 months later, I got on with Columbia Gas, and my career was set.
Yeah, and it's, you know, we our foundation side, we give out scholarships every year. We just recently awarded 50 scholarships. And they range from welding certification to 2-year degrees, right on up to petroleum engineer 4-year degrees. Students can get them every for the whole 4 years they're there, or if it's a 2-year program. So we're doing the best we can too to get these younger folks into the industry. And I think a lot of folks sometimes think that jobs in the industry are just, you know, roughnecks or driving a bulldozer or a backhoe, but it's petroleum engineering, it's welding, it's accounting. I guess maybe my last question to you is, what has been the public's response over the years to the oil and gas industry as they've come in? And we've talked a little bit, you know, there's been busts and booms and all of that, but you know, how are the folks in Guernsey County when it comes to the oil and gas industry?
I think primarily, Bruce, has been positive. And I think that's because of the way that the industry has presented itself. I think especially citizens in the Rolling Hills Local School District feel good about it, because you take the Guernsey Power Station, the most powerful electric generating facility that is natural gas fired east of the Mississippi, possibly in the nation, has ended up basically between that and the Highway School Facilities Commission has provided, we're in the process of providing it, it will soon be completed, a brand new campus for the Rolling Hills Local School District that is just going to be something really, truly special. And they have supplied scholarship money and so on. That's a direct benefit, obviously, of the oil and gas industry, because that Rocky Express pipeline that is adjacent to and the power source for the power station has been a tremendous asset. And so much of what is within that pipeline now is Ohio produced natural gas.
I think just educating people about oil and gas and everything. You know, we're talking about roads, we're talking about, you know, fixing our roads. You know, everybody kind of worried, well, they're tearing up our road. Well, you know, we have RUMA contracts that the county does with them through the engineer's office. And basically, I think once the thing goes up, once the pad's up, people really don't recognize it. It's a done deal. I mean, they don't even realize it's there. I mean, we could drive all over county, and I could say, well, yeah, there's a pad over there. Where's it at? Well, it's over there.
Yeah.
But you know, they're in a couple months, they're out. You know, and then they do what they need to do. But I think educating people on what we are benefiting from the oil and gas industry, I think is everything. It's just like when you try to pass a levy, you got to educate people why we need it. Well, we need to educate people why we need, and we're thankful that they're coming in. I think it was us in Carroll County, we were the biggest consumers. We're going to benefit the most. We're one of those counties. Out of 88 counties, Guernsey County is going to benefit. And I'm very thankful for that. And I think that most people, if they got that news and that knowledge, I think they would be thankful for that, because that fossil fuel's in the ground. We just need to know how to develop it. And I think we're getting a handle on that. Anything Guernsey County can get or benefit, I think is a shot in the arm. I feel that, you know, Encino, they're very gracious people. They have bent over backwards to try to get a good eye from people saying, hey, this is a good operation. We're not in here to destroy anything. We're trying to benefit, you know, this gas, it can go all over the country. You know, we're talking about, you know, this is substance that we're getting out of the ground that Ohio never knew was there, but these people are coming in here and they're willing to do this, take the time and be in our county. And I just think that the benefits from it is just overwhelming. And I just think that I hope and pray that the people give it an opportunity. Yeah, I think the oil and gas folks years ago got a bad rap. It's like coal mining. You know, it's a hard job. It's a dirty job. But the thing is though, these people are willing to do that, and it's so much easier and cleaner now and safer. I just think that Guernsey County will thrive with the oil and gas. And I'm just really glad that it's here in Guernsey County.
Thank you.
And I would concur with that too. I mean, even earlier today with the groundbreaking for the fire training facility at the Antrim Community Volunteer Fire Department. That's something that every fire company in this region, let alone this county, can benefit from. And I know that the oil and gas industry has worked very closely over the years with our emergency management agency, making sure there are training. There have been drills both out in the field as well as tabletop exercises to underscore the safety element. So you have better trained firefighters out there because of the oil and gas industry. That's something we can all benefit from. And just having that kind of economic foundation for the county. And there are so many positive benefits. And that training facility today, again, that wouldn't be possible without Encino and Infinity Resources that is our new partner in the county that will be getting the ability to explore oil and gas deposits beneath Saltport, but doing it outside the park property. And the way they've already been in to see us, their entourage included their CEO, who is enthusiastic and concerned about the quality of this whole venture, that he's out here in the field as well. So you've got a lot of good people, and you know they really seem to be dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and have had great communication skills with our office and with other political subdivisions within the county.
Well, I want to thank you two both. I know you're very busy. I know you had an event this morning. You and I were at the fire training facility groundbreaking, and you've got more stuff to do today. So we greatly appreciate it. And I think you guys have to buy me lunch.